Hi, I'm Danielle with We Print You Press. Today we are going to put a household iron to the test on using DTF transfers. So this is an iron that I purchased from Target for about $12. I am not only going to press it, but I'm also going to take it home and wash it and dry it and see how well the transfer holds up. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is iron the surface, make sure I have a nice smooth surface, get rid of any environmental moisture. I have my temperature setting set on the cotton linen. So the first transfer we're going to do is this one here. Sorry, it's backwards. It says, "This teacher wears her heart on her sleeve." We actually have a school right across the street from us, so I think I may donate this shirt across the street. So as far as placement, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use any special tools. I'm just going to use the 4 fingers on my hand. I'm going to place them just under the seam of the collar and align that with the top of my design. If you're nervous about finding the center point of your design, you can fold it in half. Make sure you've got your design level, and then you can put a little crease at the top. The crease is not going to damage your transfer. And then just align that with the center point of your shirt. All right, it looks like my iron has reached its temperature. Now, with DTF, you do need to apply pressure. So what I'm going to do is just place my iron and press it and hold it. And then I'm going to reposition. And you want to make sure that you're getting some pressure on here. And make sure, I would say make sure you've got some overlapping placement of the iron, so that way you can be sure that every inch of your transfer is getting pressed to the shirt. Now, obviously, using a household iron, the surface of the heat source is much smaller than if you were using a clamping heat press. So this is going to take a little bit longer. But if you're just getting started or doing this for fun, this might be a practical way to get going. And so I am using body weight, leaning into the iron to try to apply that pressure and recreate the pressure that would normally be provided by a clamping style heat press. And I'm just going to turn the iron just to make sure that I'm getting every area really well. So normally when you're using a clamping style heat press, or even the Cricut Easy Press, where you can get a majority of the design, if not all of the design, in one press, we recommend that you press the design for somewhere between 10 and 20 seconds. It really just kind of depends on your particular setup. All right, I think I've got it all done. So now I'm going to attempt to peel it, and we'll see what happens. Okay. So it looks like I missed an area. I don't know if you can see that. When I started to lift, the dot of the eye came off. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay my transfer back down and press that area again. So I would recommend, if you're using a home iron, when you peel, you might want to go a little bit slower. So that way, if your transfer does lift, you have the opportunity to put it back down and press it, and there will be no damage done to your design. All right, so let's see what that looks like now. The other thing I like to do is start to peel from a different angle, and there we go. So now you can see that that entire transfer has transferred just fine. Now, for the next step, you can either use parchment paper or freezer paper. or we like to use a pressing sheet that's called T-Seal. This is a silicone pressing sheet. It does have a silicone grid texture. So I'm going to put that rubbery feel side down. And now we're going to repeat the same pressing technique as before. And again, you do want to apply pressure to this. That silicone grid texture really helps to set and press your transfer deeper into the fibers of the shirt. And I'm just kind of counting in my head to 10 with each press. All right. So that has been fully pressed to the shirt, and this shirt is now done and ready to wear.